Hello, welcome to Anshika IS Academy. After a long holiday, we will we we are covering the Tamil Nadu Board History 12th class, chapter number 9. Previous day, then I was connected with you. Then there was chapter number 9, the Pralayaka rebellion, that we have covered. And this is a book of Tamil Nadu Board History 12th class, second year. Or this contains mainly two subjects, modern Indian history and modern world history. And modern Indian history के इसमें 20 टॉपिक्स है और मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री के 21 से 35 21 से 35 तक मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री में है। एक बार हम टॉपिक दोबारा से कवर कर लेते हैं, इसमें कौन कौन से टॉपिक्स हैं जो हमने पढ़ लिए और वो जो हम पढ़ेंगे। चैप्टर नंबर 1, इंडिया अंडर द इंग्लिश ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी, वॉरेन हेस्टिंग 1772 से 1785, लॉर्ड कॉर्नवालिस 86 से 93, लॉर्ड वेलेस्ली 98 से 1798 से 1805, लॉर्ड हेस्टिंग 1813 से 1823, लॉर्ड विलियम बेंटिंग 1828 से 1835, लॉर्ड डलहौजी 1848 से 1856, revenue administration and economic policy of the British, educational and social reforms, Palayaka rebellion, Vellore mutiny, the great revolt of 1857, British India after 1858, Lord Lytton 1870 से 80, रिपन 80 से 84 और कर्जन 1899 से 1905, सोशियो रिलीजियस रिफॉर्म मूवमेंट्स, इंडियन नेशनल मूवमेंट 1885 से 1905, इंडियन नेशनल मूवमेंट 1905 से 1916, इंडियन नेशनल मूवमेंट 1917 से 1947, रोल ऑफ तमिलनाडु इन द इंडियन नेशनल मूवमेंट, द जस्टिस पार्टी रूल, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल डेवलपमेंट 1858 से 1947, इंडिया आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस। देयर इज मैन दिस, ये 20 चैप्टर मॉडर्न इंडियन हिस्ट्री के हैं। 21 से लेकर 35 मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री, रेनांसेस, ज्योग्राफिकल डिस्कवरीज, रिफॉर्मेशन, द रिफॉर्मेशन एंड काउंटर रिफॉर्मेशन, द अमेरिकन वार ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस 1786 से 1783, 1776 से 1783, द फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन, एग्रीकल्चरल एंड इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन, फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर, रशियन रेवोल्यूशन ऑफ 1917, द लीग ऑफ नेशन, राइज ऑफ फैसिज्म एंड नाजिज्म, सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर, ग्रोथ ऑफ एशियन नेशन, चाइना एंड जापान, यूनाइटेड नेशंस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, the Cold War, World Day. The Vellore mutiny, learning objective of this chapter, the causes for the Vellore mutiny, the objectives of this mutiny, the suppression of the mutiny, the nature of this anti-British uprising. Vellore was the capital of erstwhile North Arcot district of Tamil Nadu. At present, this district is named after its capital, Vellore. It is a well-fortified and beautiful city. With the expansion of the East India Company's rule in India, the native rulers and their dependents suffered. The native rulers either submitted or rebelled. These rebellions had no clear vision or idle, but purely motivated by the territorial interests of the native rulers and their ambition to preserve the old federal order. The heroism and sacrifice of individuals like Pulli Kota Baman and Marudu brothers had no parallel, but all these leaders never organized the common people for a unified and meaningful cause. The ideas of nationalism, political consciousness, and organized struggle came much later. In Vellore, the native sepoys rose in revolt in 1806. This incident differs from the other previous rebellions. In the earlier rebellion were those of the native rulers. The Vellore mutiny was organized by the sepoys. The earlier rebellion had only a regional interests. Every prince wanted to safeguard his own kingdom at any cost, but Vellore mutiny was the result of spontaneous outflow of the feelings of the sepoys who served under the company. It was a protest by the sepoys against the company. This protest showed the future possibilities. Causes. Several causes are attributed to the Vellore mutiny. Indian sepoys had to experience numerous difficulties when they went to serve in the company's army. The sepoys were forced to serve under the company since their earlier patrons, the native chieftains, were all disappearing from the scene. The strict discipline practice, new weapons, new methods, and new uniforms were all new to the sepoys. Anything new appears to be difficult and wrong. For a man who is well settled in the old way of life for a long time, Sir John Cardrock. The Commander-in-Chief, with the approval of Lord William Bentinck, the Governor of Madras, introduced a new form of turban resembling a European hat. Wearing earrings and caste marks were also prohibited. The sepoys were asked to shave the chin and to trim the moustache. The sepoys felt that these were designated to insult them and their religious and social traditions. There was also a popular belief that this was the beginning of the process by which all of them would be converted to Christianity. The English treated the Indian sepoys as their inferior. There was a racial prejudice. This was the psychological base for the sepoy mutinies in India during the company's rule. The sepoys once observed the local chieftains, either Hindu or Muslim. The chieftains were their own kinsmen, but now they served under the foreigners. They can never forget their original loyalties. The Vellore uprising was preceded by a series of protests by the Indian troops. In May 1806, the 4th Regiment rose in revolt against the new turban. The Commander-in-Chief took severe action. The sepoys who were found guilty were punished with 500 se 900 lashes. Before the mutiny, secret associations were formed and meetings held in which Tipu's family took part. On June 17, 1806, sepoy of the 1st Regiment named Mustafa Beg secretly informed his commanding officer, Colonel Forbes, that a plot had been planned for the extermination of the European officers and troops, but this was not taken seriously. On the eve of the mutiny at Vellore, Fatah Haider, the first son of Tipu, tried to form an alliance against the English and sought the help of the Marathas and the French. Fatah Haider received secret information through one Muhammad Malik. Besides Princess Fatah Haider and Moizuddin in particular were active in planning the execution of the mutiny. Thus there was the desire to revive the old Muslim rule in this region. The sepoys were aware of the tragic end of Pulit Hevar, Khan Sahib, Kota Baman, Marudu brothers, Tipu Sultan and others. Hence there were ill feelings about the British in the minds of the sepoys. All these led to the rebellion. Course of the mutiny. On July 10, in the early morning of the native sepoys of the 1st and 23rd Regiments started the revolt. Colonel Fancourt, who commanded the garrison, was their first victim. Colonel Me Karis of the 23rd Regiment was shot down on the parade ground. Major Armstrong was the next officer to be killed during the mutiny. About a dozen other officers were also killed. Major Coots, who was outside the fort, dashed to Ranipet, 40 miles away, and informed Colonel Gillespie. At 7 a.m., Colonel Gillespie reached the Vellore fort. At 9 a.m., meantime, the rebels proclaimed Fatah Haider, Tipu's first son, as their new ruler and hoisted tiger-striped flag of Tipu Sultan, but the uprising was swiftly crushed by Colonel Gillespie. 800 Indian soldiers were found dead in the fort alone. 600 soldiers were imprisoned in Tiruchi and Vellore. Some rebels were hung, some shot dead. The uprising was thus brought to a bloody end. Tipu's son was sent to Calcutta. The commander-in-chief and the governor were recalled. Vellore mutiny failed. There was no proper leadership. The rebellion was also not well organized, but it is the starting point of a new era of the Renaissance. The resistance of the sepoys to the British rule. The 18th century was marked by the resistance of the local chieftains. The first 6 decades of 19th century was marked by the resistance of sepoys. K.K. Pillai rejects the thesis that Vellore mutiny led to the 1857 revolt. V.D. Savarkar calls the Vellore mutiny of 1806 as the prelude to the first war of Indian independence in 1857. And Sanjeev proclaims that the Tamil had taken real lead to the Indian freedom struggle. K. Rajan argues that this mutiny was a continuation of a Marudu brothers resistance movement against the colonial rule. Learning outcomes of this chapter is the multiple causes that led to this outbreak of Vellore Sepoy mutiny, the grievances of the sepoys such as the new rules and customs implemented by the British in the army, the suppression of the revolt, the nature of this anti-British rebellion. Thanks for watching.